Hello friends, welcome to another episode of Short is Better. Today this video might be a little bit longer than usually because I have for you a really exciting comparison. And before I start comparing these two brands, I just want to tell you some short pre-story. So here we have Pagani Design 1662 GMT. They use Chinese GMT movement. This model is really popular. Some people love it, some people hate it. So they have their own reasons. It's not a secret this movement is not the best. It probably doesn't keep the perfect time and breaks more often than the old and good NH35, for example. But recently they upgraded this model to an NH34 GMT movement. This movement is much better than Chinese one. And of course it costs more expensive than the old GMT. And today I want to show you what is the difference between the new SteelDive 1933 GMT, which runs on the same NH34 movement, and Pagani Design, which also runs on an NH34 movement. The price is almost the same. So if you were looking for the GMT watch, for a good GMT watch and affordable one, then hopefully today I'm gonna answer your question, which one is better? And to make it more comfortable, I will be comparing these two black watches. The only difference here between the Chinese GMT and the NH34 is the numbers on the bezel. So basically the difference here is tiny. Just remember, if you choose Pagani Design GMT, the bezel will have some kind of lume, not really bright, and the markers, the numbers are a bit thinner. The Chinese one, the old version, you see it's a bit thicker. So keep that in mind and let's start. So on the left, I'll be listing the specs of SteelDive. On the right, Pagani Design. Let's start from the case diameter. SteelDive has 41 mm case diameter without the crown. The thickness of the watch is 13.5 mm. The lug-to-lug size or the case length is 48 mm. It has sapphire glass, of course. It has NH34 movement. It has ceramic bezel, 120 clicks. If you own any SteelDive watches, you know that the bezels here are great. So there is no backplay. It's really solid, really tight bezel with excellent lume as well as the dial and hands. And lastly, waterproof 300 meters on this one. And yeah, not the last one, the last spec is the bracelet clasp. So just want to show you the upgraded one bracelet clasp. Looks really good, much better than the old version. So every new watches you're gonna order from SteelDives now, like 1953, 1970 Willard and some others, they will come with the new upgraded bracelet clasps. If you want to make sure you get this one, just contact the seller before placing the order. Make sure they give you this one. Yeah, and the bracelet clasp, the bracelet quality in general, I think I didn't wear this too, but it feels like SteelDive is better. Maybe I'm just imagining things, but it just feels is better, and it's a little bit different too. As you can see, Pagani Design, when it goes from the case, it's a bit narrowing to the clasp. When SteelDive keeps the same size. So here's another difference between these two. And let's go to Pagani Design. So you can compare on the left specs of SteelDive. The case diameter is 40 mm only without the crown. The case thickness is 12 0.5 millimeters. It's a bit slimmer than SteelDive. The lug-to-lug size, it wasn't mentioned on the website, but I believe it's also 48 millimeters. As you can see, they look pretty the same. Then, of course, sapphire glass ceramic bezel with 120 clicks. The bezel has some backplay here. It's not that good as SteelDive, unfortunately. The loom, comparing with SteelDive, of course, SteelDive wins every competition with the loom. And then, of course, SEIKO NH34 GMT movement, the same. In this case, only in this watch. The bracelet size for both, by the way, 20 millimeters. And waterproof here, only 100 meters. It's still enough to swim with the watch, and don't be afraid, you're not gonna get water inside. I think if you tied the crown really well and you swim, you still get water in your watch, then probably it was defected one, and I'm sure you can complain and get your money back or get the new watch. It really depends where you order it. And the bracelet clasp, let's compare it. So you can see Pagani Design has a standard old clasp they use for years now. I don't know when they're gonna change or if they're gonna change it. So it's not the best clasp, but for me personally, I think it's still okay. Again, it really depends which one you'll get. I mean that Pagani Design watches, they are cheap. They're pretty good for the price, but they are cheap and they are kind of like a lottery. Sometimes you get excellent quality watch. The bezel gonna be without any backplate, the clasp gonna be perfect, everything gonna be super solid and good. Sometimes you get some rubbish. So it really depends on your luck probably and your connection with the seller. Yeah, one suggestion: before you order any watch from AliExpress, don't be lazy, leave a message to a seller, say that please check the quality before shipping. Just this one sentence can change a lot, believe me. And yeah, the timing is actually perfect. So right now on AliExpress, if you were deciding to buy one of GMTs, on AliExpress, I'm gonna leave you the link under this video from the official Pagani Design store. Unfortunately, I don't get any credits for it, but you'll get the best price for the GMT version. As I checked, they have Batman, they have Pepsi, and they have black color, and also green color with an H34 movement. That's the lowest price you can get. It's like about $122. So if you wanted this watch, go get it. And SteelDive, I also will leave for you the link from the official store. I'm not sure how much it costs during this promotion. I just didn't check right now. But anyway, right now you're gonna see the price. The best price you can find for SteelDive and the best price you can get for Pagani Design, both NH34 GMT movements. Yeah, so let me compare the loom of these two watches. So you might be wondering why SteelDive is so much better. You pay a little bit extra, but you also get better quality. In my opinion, if you choose GMT, I would really suggest you to get SteelDive because it's much better quality. I'm not saying that Pagani Design is bad. No, it's still, for the money, it's a great watch. An A34 movement, what do you want more? But compared to SteelDive, SteelDive beats Pagani Design on every aspect, in my opinion. So right now, gonna show you the loom of these two models. Here you go, you can clearly see the difference here. SteelDive is really bright. Pagani Design on the bezel insert, they have green loom. I'm not sure why they put here green, why not blue. Maybe because it's cheaper. I think green is cheaper and brighter than blue, but anyway, take a look. I think that's the huge difference. That's how these two look outside. Both are beautiful watches, so it really depends on your taste, it depends on your budget. But again, I would recommend you SteelDive because the price is not very different. You get the better quality. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe if you like my episodes, and see you in the next video.